Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah, can you put that in the 18 there, Janaki? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, let's chant some japa. Welcome everybody. Amy, Janaki, Lalita Madhava, and whoever else is coming. It's late or early there? It's early. It's 3:00 a.m. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Janardhan's up early. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktavinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktavinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Shri Advaita Nityananda Gaura Chandra Shri Advaita Nityananda Gaura Chandra Nityananda 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 Nityananda. Sorry to keep you up there, Amy. Nityananda 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 Gaura Chandra 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. We need some colors in here. I just happen to have a colored light. Let's try it. Let's see how it works. Ooh. The disco ball. Ooh. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Yeah, Pani bought it for me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Radha, Krishna, Radha, Krishna, Radha, Krishna, Radha, Radha, Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Oh Krishna, oh my Lord Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Be right back. I'm getting a Bhagavatam. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Ram, Hari Ram, Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Mm. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I didn't get. Oh, well, let's see what we got here. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari. I just open the book. Huh. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Here's a nice verse here. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Jesus. All glories to the assembled devotees here. Those who are desirous of achieving complete perfection in life must submissively hear all the topics that are connected with transcendental activities and qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who acts wonderfully. Those who are desirous of achieving complete perfection in life. Yeah, complete perfection in life. If we want to achieve the full thing, must submissively hear all topics that are connected with the transcendental activities and qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who acts wonderfully. Purport. The systematic hearing of the transcendental activities and qualities and names of Sri Krishna pushes one towards eternal life. Systematic hearing means knowing him gradually in truth and fact. And this knowing him in truth and in fact means attaining eternal life. See, in truth and in fact. In fact is actual experience. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, such transcendental, glorified activities of the Lord, Sri Krishna, are prescribed remedy for counteracting the process of birth, death, old age, and disease. You know, isn't that the best? Isn't that an amazing path to counteract this old age, disease, birth, and death? Is simply by hearing submissively the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, chanting His names. Those who want to transcend yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, can you tell that if you're on this path or not? Are you doing that? You know, if you're here and you're starting to really enjoy hearing about these activities. Yeah, that's what it's about. You're either going to enjoy this material life, or you're going to enjoy spiritual life, or a little bit of both. You know. And everything gets in perspective, doesn't it? When you're enjoying spiritual activities, actually you're starting to become awake and aware, you know, of the truth. You know, the truth is that the Lord is the supreme enjoyer. Oh, and hey, I got some good news for us all. He's living in our hearts, and so his enjoyment awakens in our hearts. See, and then we understand the enjoyment in the world is insignificant because it's superficial. It's something, but it becomes less and less important to us. Okay, because and then this more refined enjoyment of the Lord that is actually the Lord's real happiness. And then we get a taste for that as servants of the Lord, providing him that kind of happiness. And we become more and more awake, more and more aware. Actually, the Lord lives in our bodies, man. We share the same heart with the Lord. Isn't that nice to have the same heart with the Lord and to know what the Lord knows? He informs us so many amazing things. Amy Rose says, understand, surpass, transcend, and enjoy this material realm. Yeah, yeah. So there's no doubt some enjoyment here, and we must have some enjoyment because we have a body. That's just how it is. But, we need to become aware and awake and enlightened. See, this also enlightens us. See, we take on so many because we don't know this path. Not a we're not attracted to this path of submissive hearing. I mean, when I say we, it is basically people out there in the world. Everything's harder for them. The purification is harder. Understanding things as they are is harder. Everything is harder. This makes everything easier. It makes purification easier. You understand what is the goal, the essence of everything, the goal of life, and what is life about? What is it really for? So many amazing things. These topics are all explained in these books. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah. This is the path. See, this is why if we listen to authorities like this, like Prabhupada and like these great devotees who taught this path, then we get the benefits that they got because it's amazing, and it's amazing to become attracted to this path, and that's why you need to be around devotees who enthusiastically engage in hearing and chanting about the activities of the Lord. I don't know why I wrote enjoy. Okay, I meant the first three. Okay, no problem. We're not sticklers here for words. Let's see. The culmination of such perfectional stage of life is the goal of human life, an attainment of transcendental bliss. Isn't that nice? Yeah, transcendental bliss in discussing the pastimes of the Lord and chanting his names. The good sages said, O Sutta Goswami, may you live many years and have eternal fame, for you are speaking very nicely about the activities of Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead. This is just like nectar for mortal beings like us. Hey, yeah. We're really fortunate. If you like to hear about these topics and these truths, this path, these activities of the Lord, we're really fortunate. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. Yeah. When we hear about the transcendental qualities and activities of the personality of Godhead, we may always remember what has been spoken by the Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita. He acts even when he acts in human society. He acts even when he acts in human society. We are all transcendental, for they are all accentuated by the spiritual energy of the Lord, which is distinguished from his material energy. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, such acts are called divyam. This means that he does not act or take his birth like an ordinary living being under the custody of the material energy. He does not take his birth like an ordinary living being under the custody of the material energy. And so that's why, we take shelter of that Supreme Lord, and we get that benefit. See, that's that second birth. That's being born again. So you have to have the spiritual version of it, not just the external thread, external bhakti, being a Brahmin, study of the Vedas and all of that. This is the other one. This is being born again, being spiritually reborn, or Krishna being born in you. Yeah, that's the whole thing. And one who understands this fact, yeah. Yeah, actually, I'm not so much into this knowledge thing right now. Okay, let's try something else. Let's try this. I don't feel like explaining things. How about this here? All right. Oh. Confidential reasons for the Lord's appearance. Let's see here. Hmm. Here's a beautiful verse. They renounced everything for Krishna. They have pure attachment to giving Krishna pleasure. And this is the the essence of pure devotional service is having that understanding of pleasure. And it's something that we can't do on our own. This is where the purification takes, we have to be purified to come to that realization. That's why chanting in association of devotees and hearing and discussing these topics, and going through the purification, which is the chanting, and the more the Lord appears in the seat of our heart, the more we start to become aware of how things are actually working. We become more enlightened from karmas and all that, and then act like spiritual beings of giving the Lord pleasure. I mean, I'm amazed myself at how this shows up like that. There's no way that we can come to these conclusions on our own. We need the mercy. We need to live this life of grace by being in association with devotees and chanting like this, and the Lord continually to appear in our hearts, the tears coming and everything. The Lord gave this method of quick purification. Yeah. And then you understand Vrindavan more and more, that it's about giving the Lord pleasure. See, the Lord's in the heart, man. And when you're doing activities that the Lord really likes, which is as simple as chanting the holy name, the Lord appears in the heart. Yeah. And we get the bliss and the ecstasy of being purified. Yeah. That's why things have to be expunged. The other part, we take in this spiritual energy, the Lord comes close, and it expunges our material, like contaminations and conceptions and speculations. Yeah. So Janai says, I felt like that grand rising during chanting a few minutes ago. Yeah, the grand rising. Yeah, literally. Good. Oh, my beloved gopis, you have renounced social customs, scriptural injunctions, and your relatives for my sake. See, my sake, the Lord in the heart, awakening the Lord in the heart, giving that Lord pleasure. Letting the Lord relish that pleasure by engaging in devotional activities. Okay. Yeah. social customs, renouncing scriptural injunctions even. This is the thing. You don't need to, it's not like you're doing spiritual injunctions to get purified. you know Better to, if you achieve this path, this is what the Vaishnavas need to know, is like, hey man, this is the deeper path, this is the more powerful purification. And it's only accessible by through the devotees who chant the holy names like that in great ecstatic devotion. That means they're pleasing the Lord in the heart. I'm amazed myself. I never knew I could learn this esoteric knowledge, but Gaur Haridas continually teaches it to me. Yeah. This is because you're following the process, Amy. Submissive hearing. You see how you fit into that category? You're following the path. A lot of people can't follow this. They don't hear submissively from an authority. The authority is simply the person who chants the holy name, and the Lord in the heart awakens. and and that's the authority, is being a real in tune with that level, that frequency, that level of consciousness. See, that level of realization, which is the highest, actually. The Lord Chaitanya wants to give us the highest revelation of the Godhead, of that kind of closeness, where you're so close that you see, you truly realize what it means to be a intimate servant of the Lord. Intimacy. This is the intimacy, is to give that Lord pleasure, and to see you realize, that's the Lord's pleasure. Wow, that's my happiness, is the Lord's happiness. Wow, what a revelation. That's Vrindavan. That's a place of real intimate closeness with God, where the pleasure of God is their pleasure. And I could never figure this out on my mind. You can never do it. You have to just be around devotees who presence that consciousness. And automatically you start expunging all this crap, that we picked up, all these coverings and veils to that. I like having the real authority. I never even had authority, let alone correct authority. Yeah. Dramana CHE. Where's that story in the Vedas about Lord Shiva wanting full illusory experience of Maya, and then blowing his load almost immediately? Yeah, that's in. You'll have to search it. It's in the Muhurti. Where is that one? Yeah. It's in the. Where is that one? I'm not sure where it is. It's somewhere in there. I read it. I mean, many years ago, but I can't tell you where it is. You know how many books that Bhagavatam is. Yeah. I don't know exactly where it is. I remember reading it a long time ago. I really thought that was an interesting story. Yeah. I mean, the real authority, having people are afraid of that, or they have authorities that are not quite real, not so realized, so you can, and if this authority, it's like you can trust it, because it's Bhagavad Gita 10:10. The devotees are more trustworthy because they worship the Lord in prema and everything, so they get really clear understanding. They get the right understanding that helps them get back to Godhead. And if you inquire from them and you take shelter of their understanding, you also get to go with, because you get what they get. That's what Jesus said. The Father knows the Son, and the Son knows the Father, and the Son of God, born of the Word, in some either past or present life, can reveal the true nature of the Lord, see the conclusive truth about God and the path and everything. So, I mean, it's very simple. In this revelation here is the devotees of Lord Chaitanya are the best revelation you can get on the current path that the Lord, you need to find an intimate, a genuine, genuine diamond, a genuine intimate associate of the Lord. Only they know these kinds of things. They're that close to Lord Chaitanya. See? So they know that, oh, wow, just take shelter of Lord Chaitanya through the devotees. See, it says all the verses are just simple verses in Chaitanya Leela telling you that. You can't get it any other way that these persons are teaching. That, Narayana says it's by austerities and renunciations and chanting 1 lakh you attain Krishna. That's not according to the real verse. The real verse says it's not by doing those things that he was preaching. It's through the devotees who chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion. Well, can't you see that's right here in front of your face, everybody's face? And can't you see people are receiving that ability also here? That shows you this is where the real authority of the best and the highest and the quickest path is for all Vaishnavas. By word, and glorification, and by deed. The Lord's deeds. He's doing all of this. We're engaging this, and he's saying, yeah, this is where you can drink this nectar. This is where you can get the highest revelation. Just blatantly, just spelling it out, man, so that even a layman can understand. Yeah, but if you're too covered by, thinking you know all about Vaishnavas and everything, then you're blind to this. Yeah. Too blinded by criticisms of real Vaishnavas or neglect of Vaishnavas, that's offensive. If you neglect a devotee who's actually here, and you neglect a person that is empowered by Lord Chaitanya's transcendental potency, and you don't neglect those who are not empowered, that's automatically offensive. You should, ideally, the idea is to give respect to those who are the most intimate associates of the Lord, right? It's just common sense. They're the most important persons. See? The Maya won't let you know that. Maya wants to make people that are less important more important to you. That's how the Maya keeps you from the treasure. Okay? So the devotees in our preaching, we're trying to uncover the treasure by preaching the truth. If you submissively hear to these truths, that no, give those who are respect those who have the most intimacy with the Lord. They're the ones. And they're the ones who don't even desire. They're like, I'm only telling everybody this so they can get into the kingdom. I don't need respect from anybody. You know how it is. You see people disrespect what I'm doing unless you've come here and you listen. I don't get life or juice from being respected. I get my life from respecting. That's what I'm teaching by example. You see, I show disrespect to those who are not really respectable for preaching purposes. Not that I even need to do that. I don't need to put people down to make myself be up. I don't get juice from that, Ross. I get juice from the real path, and that's what I'm teaching. If anybody accepts this teaching, you'll get what I got. You'll see things like devotees see. You'll see, wow, I get juice, I get energy, I get life from respecting pure devotees. See? By worshiping pure devotees, by considering those pure devotees, real devotees who have real devotion, my life and soul. Because that's the truth. That's how you get out of this. See? But if you worship mundane persons who are idols, which we have so much of in Krishna consciousness, that is not conclusive. See? That is for speculators, and you cannot get out of this mess by speculation and following the path of speculation. And these gurus are teaching the path of speculation. That's why if you put their opinion above this opinion, see, you are less intelligent and you will stay less intelligent. See? This here, you get purified and you'll understand the glories of intelligence, real, pure intelligence. is that simple. That is the path of respecting those and filling your mouth with the glories of those who are eternally liberated souls. That's why it starts with guru. When you start to get purified, you start to see, wow, my guru is teaching me all these truthful things that none of these other so-called gurus, I say so-called, we're teaching a high standard here. I have nothing against them. I just want people to get delivered as quick as possible. You know why? Because the Lord wants that. That's why, this is called compassion. See, passion's coming to you. Okay? Passionate preaching about the truth. You need it. You need some passion to preach this, right? Otherwise, wait a minute. The Lord is this, the Lord is no, passionate preaching the truth. It gives you energy, gives you life, man. It gives you focus. Not hocus pocus. Focus on the truth, man. It gives you life and energy. That's what Jesus is talking about. I have life. I can give it to you abundantly. That's his mentality. That's his understanding. Yeah? That's his conviction. Yeah, is anybody getting this? Do you understand where the life is? Can you see how you get, to me, I get very lively preaching about the truth, man. Gives me life. Jesus got life from that. Lord Chaitanya got life from that. All devotees get life by engaging in manifesting and glorifying the absolute truth as it is, not speculating. That's why whoever comes to accept this preaching as authority, you will get what I got. You want to chant in ecstasy like I do? Look at Lalita. Look at Govinda. Look how blissful they are. Look at many of you, how blissful you're becoming by accepting this as authority. Am I telling you lies? Or am I just frankly telling you what really works for me? Yeah, it's all validated in these scriptures, actually, the essence. How do I know all this stuff? How can I even preach Chaitanya Leela like this? Because God, Krishna, Lord Chaitanya is giving me this understanding. I love it. I'm committed to it. I have conviction in this because it works better than any path I've tried out there, any Narayan Raj path or ISKCON path or Radhakund Babaji path. I'm very convinced of that. See? And therefore, that's why I can convince a few other people because it's really true. And when you get conviction in this path, how much energy you get, how much life you get. So, and then you know what I know. And maybe even more. The Lord might even give you more knowledge, more understanding. Yeah. Because we are all Maharaj Parikshit, we only have about the 7 sevens. Yeah, exactly. 7 days. See, Lord Krishna has a promise from before to reciprocate with his devotees according to the way they worship him. When you get this boon of Lord Chaitanya's grace in this disciplic line here, boy, are you going to be friggin' happy. Man, you're going to know a happiness that nobody knows. None of these gurus know. Trump doesn't know. Nobody knows. The most elites of the world don't know. Yeah, all those under illusion don't know. See, because the Lord will reciprocate with you in the way he does with the residents of Vrindavan. And that is the greatest happiness, man. See, according to the way they worship him. But those residents of Vrindavan, he has another idea. He says, I cannot even repay them for that kind of service. That level of purification and purity. And the Lord wants to give it very easily. You come here, you ain't going to get any. Well, it may get easier as we all worship together and get more purified. The Lord makes it easier. But it's pretty darn easy now. In whatever way my devotees surrender unto me, the Lord, me, the big me in the sky, who is the sky, and everything's in that sky, spiritual sky, the Lord, that me. It's pretty big me, huh? I reward them accordingly. See, the devotees, the false ego is I, me, and mine. See, it's a false identity. We're just these little things, and we're so important in the false, right? I, me, it's all about me, all that. See, that's illusion. See, that's very small time stuff, very small. It makes you, like inconclusive, less intelligent. See, real intelligence is being in the big me, that everything is in. See, where just be absorbed in that, and you lose sight of this small time false identity. See, now you're in the real identity, unlimited bliss in the unlimited truth about the Lord, unlimited bliss in His unlimited name. Unlimited happiness in His name and His pastimes and His truths, unlimited energy and potency, see? Unlimited ability also in that. I am the big me. Yeah. Yeah, we think we're the big me. No, to be absorbed in the truth. See, these pastimes of the Lord it's like you're looking in the Lord's mouth, like Mother Yashoda, and she saw everything in there, including herself. You look into the Lord's name, it's like looking into His mouth. Everything is in there. All happiness is in there. See? This is being absorbed in the big me and the truths about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Very satisfying, most satisfying of everything. So I come back to it every day, multiple times, In whatever way my devotee surrenders to me. See, these truths are so beautiful, so perfect. In whatever way my devotee surrender to me. See, it's the truth that sets her free. This is a natural law. Whatever way that my devotee surrenders to me. But you know what? If you look in the broad sense, Bhagavad Gita type sense, everything is the Lord's devotee. Everybody is the Lord's devotee. Thing is, if you're devoted to the material energy, what happens? You become illusioned. You become weak. You become less intelligent. See? If you're absorbed in speculation, you're even less intelligent. If you're absorbed in the speculation of a Brahmin, thinking they know everything about Krishna, and they got a little pride, like Daksha, right? Daksha had pride, right? He thought he knew more than Lord Shiva. See, there's the offense. He thinks he's better than Shiva. See, you want to think you're better than a real devotee who has real knowledge? All you have to do is worship these gurus. Yeah, that's all you have to do. Worship all of them, any of them. Worship any of them, and you'll think you're better than the devotees. How do I know? Well, because I see the result. I look at my ex-wife. She thinks she's better than the devotees who have real bhakti here. Okay? And she got that from worshiping Anantadas. Not that I have nothing against, not as I say, Anantadas was a very nice person. Very nice person. We had a great relationship. He looked forward, every time I came in there, he smiled and he said, "Go to Hari, go to Hari." Nice guy. Yeah. But, hey, man, we're here to deliver people. My ex-wife is less intelligent by putting that over this. She can't even see a devotee. That's just the truth, man. She won't accept it. But you can see, like Lolita, she thought she could teach a person that has ecstatic devotion. Whatever she had, it's covered now by her, who she worshipped and how she worshipped and everything. Okay? She lost the quick path. And there's so many people like that. The Narayan Raj devotees, even the best of them, the ones that are considered his intimate associates, They don't have intelligence like this. They don't understand like this. They don't have experiences like this. And if you accept that as more than this, you're just less intelligent. That's a fact, man. I became less intelligent just by trying to accept that, by going into that, associating with that, believing that that was the thing until I started to wise up. And I thought, hey, man, this ain't as good as what I already had. Yeah. In the conversations, I could see there's less intelligence there. You know why? Because real intelligence comes from the grace of Lord Chaitanya, and if you've got it, you know He gives you that intelligence. So, and how do we use this intelligence to call people back? Hey, come and take to the real path. The real mercy of Lord Chaitanya is here. It's already proven. Many people are. You could see we got really wonderful quality devotees here. You know, really, they don't have to be anything special in the world, but they're very special to the Lord. That's why He's bringing you here and giving you the intelligence to see what is really going on here more and more. See? He sees your heart. He sees that this is you. You want Him, and yeah. So when whatever way my devotees surrender unto me. So people in the world, how are you surrendering to the Lord? What way are you doing that? Are you doing it through the real acharya or through false acharyas? See? We're trying to help people distinguish this out. What is the difference between a real acharya and a false acharya? So you can surrender to the real acharya. Are we not giving you enough knowledge that you can't find anywhere else? See? You got to see what are the qualities of a false acharya? What are the qualities of a real acharya? Who has the real grace of Lord Chaitanya and who doesn't? See, so that's why we teach. You see, the devotees are conclusive. They teach you this knowledge in the vision of the revealed scriptures. That's why I point these things out. See? Those who have the real mercy of Lord Chaitanya speak in the vision of the revealed. See, the vision, this gives you a vision, a sight, a clarity, an understanding, a devotional vision. See? And those who are misleading still, misleading people still, even with well intentions, still doesn't matter. They're misleading people, are not in the vision of the Lord. That's why I keep pointing out, for the benefit of the people, you got to let go of these things. Don't be too attached to things that don't bring you the result like this. By their fruits they shall be known. We have fruits of prema here, fruits of ecstatic devotion here. By their fruits they shall be known. Okay? So we have conclusive understanding of the Vedas. It's not by renunciation that these gurus are teaching, that Narayan Raj was teaching. Renounce the world. It's not that path. That is not it. That's not what Lord Chaitanya taught. It's not by austerities. It's not by regulative devotion. It's through the devotee. I'm just quoting the verse now. It's through the devotees who chant the holy names in great ecstatic devotion. Can't you see that? Because if you do, you are easily delivered because you're following the real vision of the revealed scriptures spoken to you so you can begin to understand it here. You were listening to things going against these verses through Narayan Rajas and through Anantadasas and through the ISKCON gurus. See, a great sage is not a great sage unless their opinion differs from others. It differs from those who are not real residents of Vrindavan. Because if I can prove this to whoever is listening, and you really get this, you're easily delivered out of illusion. Otherwise, you got a lot of troubles ahead of you. You have a lot of troubles ahead of you with the Narayan, believing in Narayan. He even told you. He told you all you're going to have troubles. He told you it's very hard to get prema on his path. He told you it takes many lifetimes. He told you you're lucky to get to an arta nivritti in this life, which is a very low level still. He told you all these things, that you're going to have troubles on that path, and people do. And I tell you, you're going to have so many less troubles, and your troubles are going to go far and far and farther away, and you're going to live an untroubled life because you understand this path. You stand under this path. You believe, like the verse I just read earlier, that it is simply by hearing and these truths within a society of devotees, and you're easily liberated from illusions and troubles and problems and everything, because you've taken to the greatest path known to mankind, which is mostly unknown to mankind. You're all the first fruits of this path, the ones who are taking this seriously here. There ain't no better path in the universe, because it comes right from the Bhagavatam, which comes right from Brahma, was given to Brahma by the Lord himself as the best path, is hearing and associating with his most intimate devotees, which are the associates of Lord Chaitanya, which is right here and proven. This is already proven here. Amy says, replying to, what is this? Who is this? Replying, what is this? Aha, Neo guy. Let me check him out. Let's check these guys out. Probably saying something dumb. Oh, look at this. Where's this Aha Neo? Okay, here. So what you're saying is that technically there is just one of us here, since we are all the big me. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for asking. That's a good question. Good comment. No, I'm not saying that per se. Basically, in the world, we have this small me. It's I, me, and mine, and false ego identity is believing that that's us, who we really are. But that's a kind of a false ego level of identity. It's the false. It's not the real ego. It's not the real truth about who we are. It's to do with the material body, even the subtle body, which is called the false ego. See, it's I, me, and mine. This belongs to me. This is my wife. This is my land. This is a false identification. False. See, so the big me is, now that's called Mahamaya. This is distinguished out in the Vedas. There's no other place but the deeper Vedic truths that can distinguish this out. And if you understand this, you'll understand the truth about life and how to get out of the illusion. That's what we do here. See, so then that's called Mahamaya. It puts people in the illusion that there's some level of the body. They're either the physical. They think I'm Joe Blow. I'm my name, or I'm the mind, the mental, or I'm the emotion. Oh, my emotions. That's me, Or then the false ego is I. This is mine, and I, me. That kind of stuff. Okay, it's all material illusion of Mahamaya. It's not really our identity. And then, this is the great secret, is Yoga Maya. See, Yoga Maya. Because if you look at the truth of the truth is, Krishna says, actually in Bhagavatam and also Chaitanya Charitamrita, I think even the first chapter, he said, I am the living entity. That's a manifestation of himself. See? So we might kind of mix things in and think, yeah, that's I'm God, because the Lord says I am the living entity, but I'm God. Therefore I'm God. That's inconclusive. That's speculation still. Okay? So Yoga Maya, even though the living entity is a manifestation of God's potency and energy and Shuddha level, pure level, I am the living entity. Still, we have a nature of inherent of in this yoga maya, not considering that we're just like that. We serve that Lord. We give that Lord happiness in the highest level by engaging in pure devotional service. They call it pure devotional service, by giving the Lord happiness and relishing transcendental mellows. We're actually doing that for him, to give him pleasure, but it automatically gives us pleasure in that service, in that devotional service, as we serving the Lord by making him happy. And as I said, you can't figure it out with your mind. It takes purification. I can speak about it because it's my experience now. And but you, as you get purified, you will experience that also, if you're not already experiencing that. By purification, by the association. That's why this kind of association, this vibration, this frequency is so rare to find anybody has realized anything like that. That is the deepest level. That's being a resident of Vrindavan. You cannot be a resident of Vrindavan unless you know that. And most these gurus don't know this. I haven't met anybody. I haven't, none of them. That's why they preach like they preach. It hasn't been given to them to share this quick path. Like Narayana said, many lifetimes before you get the prema that people are getting here, sometimes in a week. Shows you how powerful it is. They don't believe it. Too bad for them. Their loss. I'm still going to preach the truth, and whoever does believe is very fortunate, and you'll help turn their minds here. You'll help change their minds. That's called repentance. Oh yeah, maybe we should follow what Gaur Haridas and his friends are teaching in this world. Looks really powerful, man. Look at them. They're really more happy than any of these other Sangha members. Yeah, where you see, when we have people on here, you see these bright faces, happy at heart and all that stuff. It shows, shines. Yeah. Then you look at a lot of other devotees are all more, serious. What is there, a challenge now? What is this? All right. Huh. Oh, 30 days challenge. Yeah, do 30 days there, Neil. Uh-huh. Yeah, there you go. I am is the name of God, isn't it? Yeah, I am is the name of God. I am. Yeah, but see, people don't know that I. That I is a different I than the false ego. It takes purification, as I said. See, then the I am is that Lord, but we're meant to serve that Lord, not be that Lord per se. That's the oneness, one with God thing. That's another level. It's a lesser level, actually, lesser realization. I prefer two-way chat with you, sir. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, we can have that sometime. Okay, what else we got here? In whatever way my devotees surrender to me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects. See, so you can either follow the path of the Lord in illusion, which most people do, or increasing realization about who we are, what we are in the truth. See, that's this path, the increasing realization of our relationship with the Supreme Lord in his transcendental aspect, which is who we really are. You see, not be absorbed in illusions. Yeah. 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 Well, absolutely. That's the way, that's the way to do it. And the promptings in your heart. And that's ideal. And if this path is good for you, it should serve that, so that you become more clear about that. If it's up to you, up to your promptings in your heart, what you do. If you find it valuable here, here we are. You know. Are just see if you're attracted to this understanding and all that. Maybe you're not. I don't know. I am. That's why I'm here. I'm here to share what turns me on. I love this path, and I love this chanting. Maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you'll like something. I don't know. Maybe you just follow the promptings of your heart and something, some other thing. I don't know. I'm here doing, this is my thing, man. I'm doing my thing. I like this path. I like Lord Chaitanya. I like it. I love this spontaneous devotional service. It's just beautiful. It's just, I love, relishing these truths and glorifying these truths. And it's up to your heart, whether you like to do that too. I don't know. It's whatever your heart leads you, man. I'm curious, so far you made much sense, but other things I don't understand the words yet. Well, that's why you got to, like Amy says, you do a 30 or 60-day challenge, by listening, because this is the path. Is if you want to know this path, there's only one way, is you have to hear the vibration and the frequency of a devotee glorifying these truths, talking about these truths, chanting with the devotees here, and absorb. It's like if you go to a seminar, you got to get absorbed in there to get some value out of it. See? Nobody can know just, oh, I'm going to this seminar and I'll just stay for an hour and then I'm going home and then I know all about the seminar. No, it's nothing works like that. Not even in the world. It's the same thing here. You got to check it out, get fully absorbed in this, really give it a shot, and see what value you can milk out of this. By being attentive and following the process that's being shared here. And see for yourself. I don't want any blind followers of this. You need to walk in with open eyes, open mind. Have you ever died and came back to tell about it? Well, sort of. I had an out of the body experience. I saw saw some spiritual vision, when I left the body. It was like a spiritual experience. Actually, I saw, anyway, that's another story. It's been 4 years, and man, wow, a long time there, Amy. Yeah. Well, what I saw was, well, what happened? Okay, well, I had uh, this vision of this person wearing white, and he was walking down some steps carrying tablets, walking down these steps. Yeah, and then I saw this. Before that, I actually saw this arrow arcing across the sky. This was in spirit. I saw this arrow, and it hit a heart, and the heart went, blood just kind of just yeah, and yeah, and so I saw that, and then I was brought back into the body, and I felt like this because this energy when I had before this vision happened, I felt this energy rise up in my body and went up to the top of my head and then exploded out, literally, and then my soul went out, and I saw that vision of the arrow. Oh yeah, the arrow arcing across the sky and hitting the heart and exploding, and then I was brought back in the body, and then this opened up the third eye, and I could. It was like a TV camera type thing, you know how you look see a TV, and I opened up, and I was looking where I was in the spirit. I was looking up there, and I saw that vision of this person in white with a beard, kind of looked like Moses carrying tablets, walking down these steps. And then many years later, I saw that a painting that reminded me of that in Sweden, about 20 years later. And I thought, wow, this is basically what I saw, because it was like Jesus standing on the mountain, the top of the mountain, and he was looking up, and there was Moses in white, carrying with a beard, carrying tablets, walking down these steps. I thought, hey man, that was the transfiguration. So I got the experience of that, vision of that same thing. And so the top of the mountain represented the top of the crown chakra, which when I came back into the body, it felt like there were 1,000 needles stuck in my head, like, crown of thorns. Is that represents the opening of I realized that was the opening of the crown chakra, all these pins and needles, like, a little painful, but I felt like, wow, this is amazing. It's like that. Yeah. So it's, had things, weird, strange things happen, that I didn't even have to turn my head. Let's see, what do you had? Let's see. Through the top. Yeah. Let's see. What is this saying there? I love this story. I haven't told this. See, yes, that's the exit. Yeah, through the top. Oh, I know. Did you get around about vision to, like, I didn't even need to turn my, yeah. I didn't see, it didn't, it wasn't turning any, it was just there. Yeah. Like was it 4D, 3D, 4D, something. Yeah. The crown got activated. Yeah. Activation is usually never fun. Yeah, it was painful, but it was like, wow, I had, I was so excited, like, wow, I gotta had an experience, a spiritual experience. So it was like, wow. And did you feel the love? Ah, okay. I didn't in that experience, and then I had another one that happened. I think a couple years later. These were, like, to me, like initiations, you know and the problem, okay, before that, see, I had taken LSDs and mescalines and stuff like this, and I had one bad trip on LSD that weakened me for a couple of years. I felt my mind was really weak, and my body and everything, and I went to doctors and everything, and nobody could help me. And so then I just kind of started to surrender to God. I surrendered. Okay, Lord, whatever. I'll serve you if you get me through this, because I felt like I was kind of going crazy. Felt paranoid. I would, right before I'd fall asleep, I feel these panic attacks. And this went on for a couple of years. I went to doctors, I went to psychologists, and they said, well, you seem all right. We don't know what's going. Nobody knew anything. So then I started to surrender to God. You know, I started to surrender to God, and miraculous things started happening. I went and got, I found, I just went to a bookstore and this book just appeared like right in front of my face, like it was about this Gopal Krishna who had a Kundalini experience when he was in meditation for 20 years. After 20 years, this Kundalini activated and it went up maybe some wrong channels or something. And he also had the same kind of thing, very painful, um, paranoid, fearful stuff happened for a while. And then somehow or other, it went in the right channel and then it was fine. It was different. So anyway, I got that book and that gave me some hope. And then I was living with my parents, my mother and father, and right below downstairs, a guy just moved into a shop. He a metaphysical shop he was started, and he was a yogi. And anyway, I went to talk to him, and he showed me his guru. His guru was a very powerful yogi. He was. Showed me pictures, and they didn't have any Photoshop back then. This was years ago, 70s, and. And his guru would sit in meditation and draw in lightning bolts. They would be literally lightning bolts coming in his meditations. Very powerful yogi. And I told him my experience of feeling like really weak and having this Kundalini energy awaken. And he said, yeah, it would go up into my head and grind, like it couldn't go out. And I told him that. He says, yeah, you have a blocked crown chakra, and this wants to go up, release. He said, come to a meeting, which was actually that night, really fast. Come to this meeting and we open these chakras. And, but, it could be dangerous and so you got to take your own risk and all that stuff. And so I said, well, I don't got anything to lose, man. I feel like I'm going crazy anyway, So I went to the meeting. And he goes into meditation, and he's got his eyes closed, it rolls back into his head. And this powerful energy comes into the other room and knocks down a bookshelf, a big, heavy bookshelf goes, bam, right on the ground, loud bang, bang. And then the energy comes into the room and goes right into my body. And I started to get these hot and cold flashes, and anyway, he saw that I was going through an experience, and he says, he stopped that. He says, I think that's enough for you today, So you're too sensitive or something, and that night is when I had that experience of it opened the chakra there somehow or other. And so that energy that was coming up every night and grinding here, couldn't go out. It actually started to come up and release, and it went up, and I just surrendered to this because I was always afraid, I just surrendered, and then it went out, and that's when I had the vision. Okay. And then a couple of years later, or I don't know, a year or two, I don't quite remember how long it was, but it was around that time, probably a couple of years. I was inspired to read this about Jesus. I never cared about the Bible or anything, but this Kahil Jabram got me inspired to. No, that wasn't 1996. That was the early 70s. That was another thing. 96. Yeah. Yeah. And so anyway, I got inspired to read about Jesus because of this poet, Kahil Jabram was glorifying Jesus. So I started reading the book of John one day and meditating on the verses there. And all of a sudden, very quickly actually, I had this same energy rise up in my body, this Kundalini energy. And this time it went up here and got into the solar plexus and then went into the heart area and exploded. And I went into this ecstatic union union. I just felt this ecstasy, incredible ecstasy. Every cell in my body went into like a sexual, but not sexual. That's the best way I can explain it. It's like every cell was in a sexual ecstasy, every cell, literally. Geez, she's like, oh my God, never had anything like that happen. A cellular ecstatic thing, great. It's unbelievable. You can't even, it was happiness, but on it was thousands of times of been as powerful than anything I've experienced. And then after that happened just kind of briefly, and then I know this energy started to, between the throat and the heart, opened up, and I felt it, this compassion and love, like it was like the love of Christ pouring through this thing. It felt like it was burning a hole in my chest. Literally, it was that powerful. And it just stayed, like this bright shining thing for like weeks, couple of weeks, maybe 3, just day and night, just this love. I would just walk in this altered state for these weeks, man. Just anyone I look at, I just want to embrace. I just felt this love for everything and everybody. It was like what the hell's going, that kind of thing. And I felt this being completely, like one with God. God was, we were together. Yeah, and and actually, this, and feeling God's presence in everywhere and in everything. And I realized things like, now I see why Jesus said it's like the Father. You feel like a little piece of this energy of God. You got your individuality, and it's the Lord is everywhere and in everything. I was just walking around in this I couldn't eat or even drink anything. It was so much. It was like living on just this light energy, this love, just, yeah. So that went on, and then one day there's another story how it shut off and everything. Yeah, it's never been separate from us. Yeah. Anyway, there's a veil for that, and this is this other level of that we're developing now of engaging and making the Lord happy, where there's there's like a veil there, but you take the veil off by engaging in devotional service. Yeah, it's a kind of a new thing. It's an illusion that makes it seem that we are separate, but we are really one. Well, yes and no, but there's a different level. That's one level of realization. This is another deeper level of it. Yeah, we're all one, and simultaneously one and different. And this one and difference is our disciplic line. Started with Lord Chaitanya. He came to give us a deeper revelation beyond just oneness with God. It's a deeper one where there's simultaneous oneness and separateness and difference. And you go in, and engaging in this level of devotional service gives you a deeper experience of God, it's a more personal, more ecstatic. Otherwise, if it's just oneness, then you don't have the personal relationship per se. It's just, you're just in this oneness thing. Yeah. So in this level of oneness and difference, the Lord has a transcendental body, you have a transcendental body, and you interact in that with that Lord in the communion type thing. It's again, it's as unexplainable. Well, you can explain it, but you got to experience these things, and that's what we do here. We bring people to that level. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this revelation only came through Lord Chaitanya. This is, even at that time, people at best experienced the oneness with God, this oneness thing. I had that also. That was this thing, that kind of there's a kind of oneness there, but there's also something more than that. It's a very amazing, special experience. Um, Yeah, but so Lord Chaitanya came to give us a deeper revelation of the absolute truth, and that's the way the only way you're going to get it or go beyond what you know now is you have to be here for 30, 60 days and go through. It's like an initiation, a purification. There's no other way to get this. No, it's zero. You cannot even go beyond that one. You have to be in this association. I had to do it through the books, but I was already kind of prepared. I think in another life, if you were, maybe you were, I don't know, but this is a great opportunity because there's nobody I saw on the planet in Vaishnavism where this is all coming from that is manifesting this level of understanding and consciousness and abilities and mercy of the Lord, Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. I haven't seen any place like this, you know. So yeah, do the 30-day challenge. Do see if it turns into 60 or a whole lifetime. People, if you really get the bug and you really see the value here, you'll stay forever. I mean, I am. I'm not going anywhere. I'll stay here till my last breath. And all I know is I just keep getting better friends. The Lord keeps bringing really quality amazing people here, and this is the best thing I've experienced in all of my life, is what's going on here now from this path, following this path. Uh-huh. Yeah. It's a spontaneous thing. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Looks like you have some amazing things happening too. You can stay in bed and watch this. Yeah, exactly. You can. Yeah. Mm. Okay, I got to use the bathroom here, and yeah, and I think I'll get a cup of thing. Yeah, so let's take a little break. You can chant a little bit here, and I don't think I'm finished here. I don't think. Maybe I am. Let's see. As long as it's been 1 hour and 42 minutes. Yeah, painful things happening daily. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Like what? Yeah. Oh, actually, you want to come on live here? I'll be back in a minute here. Everybody, stick around here. Chan, I'll be right back. I go to the bathroom and do this thing here. Hmm. Mhm. All right, here we are again. Let's see here. What do we got here? Stuck like a croissant backwards. Okay. Krishna. Purport. Krishna was never ungrateful to the gopis, for he declares to Arjuna in this verse from, oh, you know what? Let's read from Bhagavad Gita now, since we have this new guy here. Hare Krishna. Okay. Let's see here. Here's a nice verse here. You love those lights, yeah. I'm just utilizing whatever's at Pani's house. Here's this text number 66. Oh, 66. Contents of the Gita summarized. For one thus satisfied in Krishna consciousness, the threefold miseries of material existence exist no longer. In such satisfied consciousness, one's intelligence is well established. I love this verse. This is a great verse. No purport on this, but let's see, we could say something. It's a great one who is satisfied in Krishna consciousness, the threefold miseries. That's why this path is so great. See, threefold miseries are the miseries of the body, miseries of the mind, emotions, miseries from other living entities, the miseries of the demigods. See, other living entities, you go to work, and people give you a hard time, or in life, people have an attitude like this. These miseries, they plague everybody, more or less. But to get relief from them is to become conscious of Krishna consciousness. See, and the best way and the deepest way to understand Krishna, there's two sixes. The deepest way to understand Krishna, or who is God, is by devotion. When devotion awakens, then our attraction for that supreme personality, that supreme being, that God consciousness becomes easy. It becomes attractive, and then our miseries go in that. That's what the Lord wants to give. Our miseries go by having connection with that supreme being. See, having communion with that supreme being, meeting that supreme Lord. Right? So becoming conscious of Krishna, and only with devotion can we really become conscious of Krishna. Otherwise, he's in name only, right? Hare Krishna, just in name only. But when devotion awakens, the name becomes very attractive. Realizations start to come. understanding starts to come that's not material, it's spiritual. The essence of truth becomes to be known to you. Okay? Real transcendental knowledge that's in these books, you start to understand by revelation. See, and as it is, not speculating on it, it becomes part of your experience. Like, yeah, my miseries are going because of becoming conscious of Krishna and loving Krishna. See, life's ultimate goal is to love God. See, love God shows you this is a relationship. There has to be a lover and a beloved, right? So you got to love an object. See, so you love a woman, you love a man, you love a child, and you also can love God when you have your spiritual body awakened. See, not just become one with God. See, here in the world there is a material variety, and in the spiritual dimension, in the deepest level of realization, there's spiritual variety. There's the devotee and the Lord. See, and that devotee loves the Lord. This is a relationship that happens. Love of God, life's ultimate goal. Chapter 23, Madhya Lila. 20248. You don't need all those numbers, man. This is beyond all that stuff, man. You don't need any of that stuff. Numerologies and all that stuff, and astrologies. It's more deep, more attractive, more powerful just to hear attentively the pastimes of the Lord and relish that, man. Okay. So one who is not connected, actually this one is 66. One who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace? One who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence or a steady mind. Okay? Again, how do you become Krishna conscious? You need that devotion. Bhagavad Gita 10:10. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding. See, I give them the transcendental knowledge. I give them the transcendental intelligence. You see how it all fits like a puzzle. Okay? That's why, see, it's all about love of God. It's all about the love of God. See, the love of God is to love this book, to love these books, to love the songs of devotees. See? They bring the word of God, and that's very lovable if you become a devotee through those devotees. By their association, you begin to love what they love. You start to be able to attain the unattainable by that love, that loving ecstasy. Krishna is not attainable. He's unattainable and unknowable except to those who love him, have pure love awakened for him. Then he's attainable and understandable, adorable, all these things. Yeah, Bhakti Lata Bij. We chant in, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Bhakti Lata Bij. Why do you need astrologies or anything else? It's a lesser thing. You already found the deeper path. Yeah. is the love of God, the loving God, just discussing the truth, the truth. See, Bhakti-lata Bij is the attraction for the Lord that deepens more and more and culminates in love and loving ecstasies. Yeah. All right, that's a great verse. So, purport by Prabhupada. Unless one is in Krishna consciousness, there is no possibility of peace. Yeah, and that's true. Christ consciousness or Krishna consciousness. You know how that works? It's an interesting subject in itself. People a lot of times may say, "Oh, I'm peaceful. I'm peaceful. I went to the mountains and I'm peaceful. I did a meditation and I'm peaceful, calm and peaceful. I did some breathing exercises and I'm peaceful." Okay? What did Jesus say? He hinted at the truth. He says, "I have peace that surpasses all understanding." See, and by associating, Jesus says, come to me and you'll get this peace that surpasses all understanding. See? You'll get the joy of the Lord. See, the joy of the Lord, the happiness of God. Okay? That's Krishna consciousness in its deepest level. See, the peace that surpasses all understanding, because it's not, see, there's peace in the mode of goodness, but this surpasses that level and all material understanding. That's why you got to experience these things. Okay? You got to experience what it is to be a resident of Vrindavan. Okay? Otherwise, because you cannot understand it with the material mind, you have to understand it with the spiritual body, the spiritual awakened body. That's what we do here, awaken people's spiritual body. I haven't seen any of these gurus been able to do it. Narayan Maharaj, I couldn't see do it. I didn't see anybody that's really awakened, even on his topmost disciples. Yeah. People find it hard to believe. They're all impressed by what the Lord even said is lesser. You know what he said? He said the austerities, renunciations, and all that is impressive to the masses. It's not really oppressive to God. The Lord says, that's insignificant to me, austerities and all that. But the world is impressed by that. They often think that is a pure devotee that is engaged in that stuff. No, that may happen, but may not. The Lord is impressed by devotion, and he wants to give that to the living entities who come into the association of those who have that devotion. That's the real path, man. That's why it's so powerful here. Unless you're like what you see here, the devotion you see here, you're on some lesser path, man. You've got a lesser level of understanding. You're less intelligent even. This gives you real deep intelligence, gives you this very deep understanding and peace and joy of God and the happiness of the highest revelation of God in Vrindavan. Christ comes from the Greek word Christos, which means anointed. Yeah. Yeah, anointed. Krishna, anointed. Matter of fact, okay, the word Krishna can only really be understood by the anointed ones. The Krish represents the absolute truth, and Na is the Ananda. The Ananda is the anointing. If you have no Ananda, there's no anointing. That anoints you. That's the ointment, man. See, yeah. So anointing is having the Ananda. Krishna is the Ananda. The pleasure of God is the anointing. And that gives you special intelligence, special understanding, special. You become so special that the world, which is an illusion, usually doesn't see it. Only God sees it. That's why the Father knows the Son knows the Father. But in preaching, as devotees engage in devotional service and begin to manifest the glories of this relationship, it becomes increasingly attractive to people in the world. That's why you see, look how many people are coming now. This is becoming attractive to people, this kind of worship. And this is unusual. You don't see this going on everywhere, do you? Mm. Adjective means black, dark, or dark blue. The waning moon is called Krishna, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So see, there's no, unless you realize God, there's no possibility of true peace. You won't find maybe for a while, like people find satisfaction at different levels. People find peace and, well, not maybe not peace, but they find some level of satisfaction following the various paths in the world. Some people find satisfaction being in the mode of ignorance, but it's not really that satisfying, and then hopefully you want to transcend that mode into passion, and you find more happiness in working, work. There's some satisfaction in that. Okay? And then there's mode of goodness, when you start to do austerities and renouncing, there's a happiness in that, a satisfaction in that. Okay? But there's still, you only get the peace of this world still. It's not peace that a devotee has, the peace of finding the ultimate goal of life, which is that relationship with the supreme God. Now you found real satisfaction. And you want more of that forever. Yeah. Mm. There is no possibility of peace. Not only, see, people think they're looking world peace, they think peace is the goal, peace, they want to attain peace by meditation and all that. That is so insignificant, this peace. This comes along. There's so many transcendental varieties of emotions, spiritual emotions, that you can relish. Just like we have varieties of emotions in this world. They're limited, though. The spiritual emotions of the spiritual world are unlimited taste for them, unlimited expansion of them. That's what we do here. That's how we get hooked on coming here every day, or regularly. Anyway, this becomes our taste. It's like coming into a ice cream store. Various spiritual tastes come from chanting, and an increase in the chanting, increase in understanding, increase in spiritual revelation and realization, and also taste, literally like a taste for the name. It's very attractive, most attractive. How else, I don't know, others that may not do this, but I do this. I want to come here and taste God every day. I want to eat this bread of life that Jesus was talking about. This, he said, I am the bread of life. Well, that's the I am. That's the Lord is the bread of life. And to understand more, deeper, is Krishna. The Lord is the bread of life. Krishna, this transcendental varieties, is the bread of life. Yeah? Tasting the nectar in the name and chanting the name, chanting the pastimes, relishing the pastimes, diving deep into the truths of the Lord and his qualities, his nature. See? This goes on endlessly. So, like the example of Anantasesha is sitting there, he has all these mouths, always glorifying the Lord, never stops, it goes on eternally. That's what we do here. We become more and more deep into this and also want to glorify the absolute truth. What do you think we're doing this for? Because it's so wonderful. Riddle me this. Who is the richest person in the world? Person who loves God. Okay? The richest person in the world is the Lord himself. And a richer person than that, than the Lord himself, is a devotee who loves the Lord. That's why the Lord came as a devotee. He said, my devotees are better than myself. They're tasting all my unlimited varieties of sweetness. Man, I want to try that. If you say God is the richest person in the world, inconclusive. The devotee of the Lord is the richest person in the world. Tasting these transcendental mellows is the richest. I found the richest person is one who needs the least and is grateful for all, because that person lives in constant love. Again, okay, that's your realization. Again, you say lives in constant love, needs the, constant love of what? It's just like, that's kind of a level of maybe oneness or something. And that, yeah. Yeah, love has an object in the deepest understanding. It's just like love has an object in the world. Well, love has an object in spirit. I mean, it's not just love, love, love. That's some kind of new age thing. I don't know. Maybe is that your experience? Are you living like that? You don't need anything and you're living in this love, or is that just a concept for you? See, this is a conception, but my personal experience. I love to love on Krishna. I love to chant the holy name, and this spontaneous love of God, love of Krishna awakens. Love in this understanding and this revelation, this truth, conclusive truth, is love has its spiritual object. See, and that's life's ultimate goal. That's why Prabhupada came to me and said, now share this with others. You've attained life's ultimate goal is love of Krishna, man. You've been, doing this for a long time. Now share this with the world. They need this. You show them how wonderful it is to have an eternal, ecstatic, loving relationship with God, ever increasing. Show them this understanding. Okay, I don't have much, but thankful for everything. I'm thankful for every minute I get. Yeah, I know. Okay, well, that's great. I mean, I'm just saying, you see, you have that idea, but is it really that real? Is it practical? Can you access that all the time? Maybe just once in a while. This here, when you get this, you can just open your mouth and you call God. God comes here. Then your beloved is here, and you're loving on that Lord. See? That's why it works so well. These other things are not, they're always just maybe nebulous concepts that don't really work well because they're not conclusive truth. This is very conclusive, this truth. This is very conclusive. Love has an object spiritually also. The love, when you chant the name of God, of Krishna, or some other name of the Lord, it awakens this loving relationship that lasts forever. And you just engage in that forever. It's so beautiful, so tasty, so wonderful, ever increasing. Okay? This other thing, this is love. It's nebulous, man. It's not even like you say, you maybe sometimes experience something, but it's just, it's not, it's a little bit like airy, just like kind of floaty. This is solid, man. Love Krishna, man. It's fantastic, man. Open your mouth, chant his name. God is right there. Ever increasing bliss, ever increasing ecstatic, devotional, spiritual varieties of taste. They call devotional mellows. Anyway, that's what's here. That's what I'm sharing with people. It's what I'm learning myself. This is how I've been surviving when I should have been dead. Okay, great. That's how I was able to resurrect this dead body. I am wealthy. I am thankful for a pain-free moment. This is not a concept for me. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So maybe you'll get interested in it. I like ever increasing wealth, man. That's what I'm into. That's this path. So you come listen, see where it goes if you want. Huh. Um, yeah, you know what? I think this is probably enough for now. I'm going to save my voice for a little bit later. It's starting to hurt a little bit. Okay, thank you very much for. Oh, wait a second here. Is there anybody wants to come on? They can come on. Can somebody give the link there? Yeah, Amy. Does anybody want to come on? Just let me know. If not, I'll just go off. Well, I'm glad you found it interesting. There you go. Thanks, Janardhan. Yeah, people, please keep the link because I can't copy it, and I need help to do that. Yeah, there's the link. I don't know if you. Yeah. Krishna Hare Hare. Okay, doesn't look like anybody wants to come on. Okay, so we'll see you all later. Hare Krishna.